last year, the Oregon Ducks. From EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Oregon's offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to. A matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can.
They're going to the air on the first play. Snags the quick throw. That's out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year. What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down after a nice pickup on the play. That'll be a first down.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. The Ducks will have to kick it away. On a punt now for the first time today. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7. Wideouts now clustered. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Nowhere to go, the ball not loose. The offense able to fall on the loose ball, but it will still be a turnover on downs. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. Quick throw, that's an RPO caught on the left side. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And the Ducks are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They look to throw it here on second down. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a third and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Here's the handoff. Picks up the first, looking for more. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage. So don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there. But, man, he got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
Caught by the receiver. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold.
Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Quarterback drops back, looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Boy, he comes up just short of his first down, but a nice job of picking up some yards on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't quite enough to pick up the first down, but he gives them a chance.
They're going to go for it, but to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7. And he'll set up to throw. Incomplete, a huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you've thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. 3rd down play for this offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. On the run here, lets it go. He makes the grab. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. Defender flag for being a little too aggressive. 15-yard penalty benefiting the offense. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. The shotgun running play call. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. It's not the way you want to start. First down and 20 now. Offense looking to throw the ball. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, big off. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. The offense starts with excellent field position. Or it's snapped to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going to
all the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Oregon.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And here's the return from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now. Set up at the 24. They'll run it from the gun. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage. And I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Moves out of the pocket. They're going to scramble now. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
He's got room to run. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Hold. Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Tries to beat the pressure with a deep shot. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't you, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down. Receiver makes the grab. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36. Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Gets the first and still running. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And there's the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Third down. Out of the shotgun. Makes the grab on the move. He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Now they'll go for a two-point conversion. Wants to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone for a two-point conversion to cut into this lead. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Looking to pass here on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Worthy. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Worthy. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. They're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Getting set. Here's second down. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Can he make it to the marker? Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands,
he's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. The Ducks line up with a first and goal. First and goal, handoff, and he's brought down there. see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Game sets up a 3rd down and goal from the 6. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for 6. He makes the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
The 18 makes it a 12-point lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Stopping at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd effort. Their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Makes the first on his own, looking for more. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Oh, it would have been a big momentum shift with that play, but the penalty negates it. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. On the move now. Fires it on the move. What a catch! That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And they bring them down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Quick throw to the left side. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete. Now it's 2nd down here.
This is one of the beauties of rushing 3 and dropping 8. Quarterback sits back there and has to find an open receiver. And you've got 8 men in coverage. The quarterback holds the ball and holds the ball and holds the ball. And eventually, even with just 3, eventually they get home and effective.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Extending the play now. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And the defense able to hold it there to a short gain. Tight end goes in motion.
QB slice it. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Makes the grab. Can he get there? And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Hold. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. From the gun, he looks for an open man.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that foot.
Intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, man, that That was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the two-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. So it's first down, but they'll just take a knee and head to halftime. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Offense comes out to start this drive. First play of the second half is a handoff. As the first down is still going. Moves the ball to the 25, good enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Reinbolt. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce out to the outside. There's just no room to run.
They're able to get him down.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, as he gets hit, as he gets that ball out of his hand. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Got a solid drive in the making here. First down at their own 43. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. They'll try to run for the first down. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble. Breaks into open space. Now here he goes. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. The shotgun handoff here. He shreds the tackle. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And they don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, that completion gets him a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
Defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it in the open. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
They tackle him, but the game moves the ball to the 36. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Worthy. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Now they'll run a draw play. And that run produces a decent gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack. Well, they bring the excellent outside linebacker off the edge, Kirk, for the sack that time.
Yeah, he's got great length and great speed, and a blitz like this, you just overwhelm the offensive line. They bring one more than they can handle up front. You can't account for everybody. The quarterback, all he could do is eat it.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. The attempt will be from 42 yards out. Knocks that one right down the middle. And with that, they retake the lead. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Handoff from the shotgun. 0 running route. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Completion nets about 9 yards, not enough for the first, and it's 4th down. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 27. They'll give it to the running back.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Field goal is good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. He hands it off from the gun. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. He's found some room at the 45. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the third quarter. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter, the offense has a first down. Keeping it on the ground here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. It's an out route. The catch made. They make the tackle, but nice gain. Sets him up first down at the 14. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Looking to the end zone.
I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
Moves out of the pocket. Pass caught in the end zone. A successful two-point conversion. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. The last possession was settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. Quick pass. The catch is made. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Worthy. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
That's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quick throw to his receiver. He makes the grab. They make the tackle, but that plane moves it inside the red zone. The Ducks pick up enough to get a first down there. They bring him down short of the end zone, but it'll be first first and goal from the 1. It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? The quarterback keeps it here. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper.
Touchdown, Oregon. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
Man, Chris, this throw does give them the lead, and what's great is when you can really evaluate a quarterback is when the chips are on the table. Really, it's crunch time. You got to make good decisions, and you got to throw the ball accurately. He does both of those things here, and it gives them the lead here late in this game.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. He's showing great patience. The hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. There's a 1st and 10 play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 45. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43. The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. First down here for this offense. And the quarterback dropping back. He escapes the pocket. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Grab by the receiver. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone and run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
4th down, looking to throw for it. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Oh, so close to executing here on the 4th down play in the 4th quarter. You're only down a possession. Now you got to rely on your defense to come up with a stop and get your offense back onto the field.
They stop him, but it's a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Grinding away on the ground. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks right for a quick completion. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Looking downfield near the end zone. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. And the Ducks will line up to boot it away. On he comes for his second punt of the game. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance of a return here. Offense makes their way on the field. 1st and 10, not much time left. They need to find the end zone in this possession. And looking to throw now on 1st down. On the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch is made. Room to run here. That's a massive play. Moves the ball to the 14, and just like that, they're in scoring position. One huge play has changed the drive. Now let's see if this offense can cash in this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Reinbold. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the 1st down.
Great start for this offense. 3 plays, and suddenly it's a 1st and goal. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. Lost the ball short of the goal line. Hold up a second. The coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. Well, the experts will say, Kirk, this was an upset, but it felt like a really even matchup. 2 quality teams battling right down to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, what a game. This is really what you love about college football. Good against good. Find out who ends up having the upper hand at the end of the day. This is a great victory for this ball club. Let's see what they do after this win.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.